I think a lot of the time, in especially in our society, friend is used in the wrong way because you could be cool with somebody, you could be called, you can even go do things with somebody, and that not particularly be your friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think we use friend in a real loose way.
I agree with
Uh,
you 100%. I think friend, love are two things that people use loosely because they
yeah,
don't
very.
mean it. And
Yo, there's
and and
there's
a
there's
lot
a
of
few things.
yeah, there's a yo, especially that love word. You got people that tell you they
Love,
love you, but when you going through something, it's like, yo, they don't
I
even
don't love
care.
you no more.
I don't love you no more. I don't love you the same because I'm not happy or because you going through some. Yo, my grandmother died last year, bro. Listen, I've been going through so much, but as a man, you know how we grew up. We grew up tough. You couldn't
Mm-hmm.
really express how you feel. You had to
Mm-hmm.
suck it up and just deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
So even
Mm-hmm.
as a man now, we still have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really get personal, but I'm gonna give you a story, yo.
Mm-hmm.
So I had hurt my back last year at my previous job. Um
Mm-hmm.
I hurt it bad, like my spine and sciatica, all of that. I had to go see specialists and all of that. And I was with somebody at the time, and like you could just kind of see when you going through something, people don't really understand like your pain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever experienced that type of pain with your spine and sciatica shooting down your leg and your
No.
spasms going through your back. So then that started, right? I'm gonna skip past all of that, but it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna correlate to what happened to me last week, right? So my uncle previously just passed away. My uncle Pat, rest in peace. My
Yeah,
my
definitely.
my
Rest in peace,
mother,
man.
yeah.
Condolences to the rest
So
of
my
his family.
mother, yeah, I appreciate it, bro. So
Get
my
ready.
mother was kind of taking it hard, and she wound up getting sick. So I had to go back and forth to New York. So at the time,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I re-aggravated my back, but it was hurting me from New York,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I came back and I was pushing it off. I was taking stuff from my back. I was using cold machines, hot or whatever, trying to, but it was just hurting me, bro. Like, so it got worse. So I had went to the hospital. So I went to the hospital. They checked. They gave me CT scan. They ran some blood. They gave me some medication. They gave me some morphine, but
Mm-hmm.
they mixed the morphine with something else, right? So check this
Mm-hmm.
out. They gave me some other medication and told me take this medication later on, whatever. So I get home now. I get home, and at this time, my son is visiting his mom. So I'm here. I'm home alone. So I
Mm-hmm.
get home, and I was feeling kind of woozy. Like I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I said, let me order something to eat. So I ordered something to eat, and I started walking, and then I started collapsing, like I drop into the
Mm-hmm.
ground, boom, dropping. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm trying to stand back up, and I walk again, and I collapse, shoo, collapse again. So now the food come, the food come. I couldn't stand up and walk, so I crawled to the door,
Mm-hmm.
crawled to the door, got the food. The guy looked at me crazy, like, why is this dude crawling? If I ain't say nothing, so I closed the door, told him thank you,
Mm-hmm.
went back in my room, crawled back into the room. So I started eating the food. So at this time, I'm talking to my sister on the phone because I'm telling her like, yo, something ain't right. Like I keep falling and dropping on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So she started like being started to get worried. Her wife was on the phone too. It was like, yo, you all right? And I'm like, nah, something ain't right. So I'm eating the food.
Yeah.
So now I started to lose like feeling in my arms now, like totally, and in my legs.
Mm-hmm.
So I start telling them like, yo, I can't even move now. So they was like, yo, call the ambulance, let them bust through the door. And I'm like, nah, I don't, because I got to pay. No. I'm not letting no. I say, you know what? I'm just calm down, just stay on the phone with me. And in a couple of hours, I tell my neighbor to come through the window. So they
Right.
stayed on the phone with me from 2 a.m. to almost 9 in the morning. I couldn't move,
Mm-hmm.
bro. So I told him I called him back. I called I called my neighbor. I'm like, yo, I can't move, so you gotta come through the window. Shout out to J Mar, man. Held me down.
Word.
So he's like, what's going on? I said, yo, bro, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my arm. I can't move. So I said, I need you to come here, pack a bag for me, and call an ambulance. So he came through the window. He tried to get me on the bed, but he couldn't get me on the bed. So he put some pillows under my back,
Mm-hmm.
got a bag for me, and called an ambulance. And so he came, and I couldn't move for practically the whole day. So they ran MRI tests, they ran a CT scan. So this whole time I'm thinking like, damn, am I paralyzed? Because yo, I never experienced that before. Like you
Right.
can't move at all. I was like,
That's,
yo, this
that's
is
scary,
crazy.
B. Yeah, that's
Right.
scary.
So I'm at the doctor's now. They running tests. So now later on in the day, I started to get feeling. So they ran the test. They said, you know, they showed that my previous injury is there, but they said my brain is good, my spine is good, my blood is good.
Mm-hmm.
But come to find out though, I had allergic reaction to the
Mm-hmm.
medications they gave me. You know, you're not supposed to mix narcotics together. You know,
Mm-hmm.
morphine is a narcotic drug. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really take pills. You know, I don't mess with drugs like that. So
Bro,
I'm just
still to
going.
this day I don't. Still
Yeah.
to this day I don't
So
like.
I had an allergic reaction to it. So that whole time, right? See, as dudes, we don't get empathy for stuff like that. You know, when we get empathy, when we die, you want to cry when we at a funeral, but when we going through stuff, there ain't people that be like, "Yo, you all right?" Or people that you done looked out for, they act like they don't care,
Yo,
or they
people are
act like it can't
self-serving
happen
people.
to them, huh?
People are just self-serving, bro. Like I've gotten to the point now where I'm not even upset about that anymore because I just know that this is human nature.
Right.
You feel me? Yo, there's a lot of things I had to come to terms with, bro. And only time and age will give you that perspective on these things. Because like you said, yo, it'd be people I looked out for, and I'm talking about like let's stay in the crib, look out for. Like, you know what I mean? That gave my last looked out for. Like, you know what I mean? That turned around and I don't even really ask you for nothing. But at the same time, all I do is ask you to treat me with some type of reverence. You feel me? Put some respect on my name. And it came to a point where they could have put respect on my name and chose to do the opposite.